Quotes from John Piper. From the Kindle, Deep Christian Quotes and Bible Verses. First quote. Redemption is not perfection. The redeemed must realize their imperfections. Second quote. The key to Christian living is a thirst and hunger for God. And one of the main reasons people do not understand or experience the sovereignty of grace, and the way it works, through the awakening of sovereign joy, is that their hunger and thirst for God is so small. Third quote. Humility is beyond our reach. If it were a product of reaching, we would instinctively be proud of reaching it. It is a gift. Fourth quote. God created me, and you, to live with a single, all-embracing, all-transforming passion, namely, a passion to glorify God by enjoying, and displaying His supreme excellence, in all the spheres of life. Fifth quote. Life is too short, too precious, too painful to waste on worldly bubbles that burst. Sixth quote. The Bible is the ultimate authority and infallible. Not the pastor and not the elders. And it doesn't mean that you believe everything he says without examining it. Seventh quote. Books don't change people, paragraphs do. Sometimes even sentences. Eighth quote. God is not an employer looking for employees. He is an eagle looking for people who will take refuge under his wings. He is looking for people who will leave father and mother, and homeland, or anything else that may hold them back, from a life of love under the wings of Jesus. Ninth quote. Don't be surprised. There is nothing new under the sun. Only endless repackaging. 10th quote. Desire that your life count for something great. Long for your life to have eternal significance. Want this. Don't coast through life without a passion. 11th quote. God is pursuing with omnipotent passion, a worldwide purpose of gathering joyful worshippers for Himself, from every tribe and tongue, and people and nation. He has an inexhaustible enthusiasm for the supremacy of His name among the nations. Therefore, let us bring our affections into line with His. And, for the sake of His name, let us renounce the quest for worldly comforts, and join His global purpose. 12th quote. Do you feel loved by God because you believe He makes much of you, or because you believe He frees you, and empowers you to enjoy making much of Him? 13th quote. America is the first culture in jeopardy of amusing itself to death. 14th quote. All of history is moving toward one great goal, the white-hot worship of God and His Son among all the peoples of the earth. Missions is not that goal. It is the means. And for that reason it is the second greatest human activity in the world. 15th quote. Every good thing in the Christian life grows in the soil of humility. Without humility, every virtue and every grace withers. That's why Calvin said humility is first, second, and third in the Christian faith. 16th quote. The greatest enemy of hunger for God is not poison but apple pie. It is not the banquet of the wicked that dulls our appetite for heaven, but endless nibbling at the table of the world. It is not the X-rated video, but the primetime dribble of triviality we drink in every night. Thanks.